FIFA 16 player ratings revealed. Prepare yourself, YouTube. The comment section is about to explode because Ronaldo happens to be better than Messi. Oh, wait. I'm fucking joking. He's not. Messi's better than Ronaldo still. But anyway, joined here by guest commentator Jay Kentham. Thank you for joining us. Did I say your last name right?
You got there, yeah.
Jay Kentham. And as you can tell, another accent is on camera here from Australia.
Exactly, yeah.
So you guys got two for the price of one. Don't worry, there will be subtitles probably up there from my accent. But we're going to dive straight into it because very popular on our channel, FIFA 16 player ratings. Some of these are atrocious for me, and I know the FIFA audience out there will be really upset about it, but some of them are interesting. So we're going to start. I must state, it's only Barcelona and Real Madrid that has been released so far. So
that's all.
The first one, Bravo, you were interested in this, right? Because he happens to pull in an 84 rating, whilst Ter Stegen, who both of them, they were alternated between. Ter Stegen started the Champions League final, come up with a few big saves. Does that surprise you that he's a little bit lower than Bravo?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's number one keeper. I don't understand how you're giving him 2 points lower, 82, 84. Bravo, I don't know. For me, Ter Stegen every day, all day.
Yeah, I agree. I think Bravo for Chile comes up unbelievably.
Yeah.
Like he's a fantastic goalkeeper. Yeah, I just think when you've got a keeper there like Ter Stegen, maybe his youth is taking it into this account that he's going to get better. But FIFA, I just think they're so generous with players that have their names attached to them. And has something like, it's almost like you have to pay homage to them because they were great. So now you just need to keep making them great, like I'll get to in a minute. But with a keeper like Ter Stegen, who's up and coming, they're just a little bit lenient in giving him the higher ratings. But as we go through their back line, Alves 83, maybe a little bit higher. I think 84, 85 might be right. PK 87 is pretty good. This is shocking for me.
The gap between those two.
So there's a 5. So Mascherano is 83. There's 4 points between Mascherano and PK, and I'm just going to go on record and state, you remember when we did the top 10 defenders list, TYT fans? Mascherano is the best centre-back in the world when he plays there, with Barcelona, with Argentina. When you watched him in the World Cup, he was phenomenal in the World Cup. Phenomenal, and he's a phenomenal centre-back. So 83, surely you side with me here. This is shocking. People who play FIFA religiously, and there's a huge audience out there, and I love to play it as well. Like I just hate when they get things so blatantly wrong. I understand there's some mistakes, but Mascherano,
how do you screw it up?
Come on, holy shit. Right, so then we go through the midfielders. Rakitic, 83. He had a great season, great first season in Barcelona. Yeah. It's not as much that he's an 83, right? Because that could be okay. But then you've got Busquets, who's rightly so 86, one of the best defensive midfielders in the world. And then you've got Iniesta. This is the one I'm talking about. It's like, all right, so if we bring Maradona back to FIFA in his current state, we're just going to give him a 90 because he was fantastic once in his life. Iniesta did not have that great of a season. I'm not saying drop the guy to an 81. I'm talking about, to be accurate, FIFA, he's not a 90 because you're then telling me that he's the exact same as he was last year, which in this season he had 0 goals in La Liga.
Starts
dropped, far less assists, getting older. Yeah. He's an 86 at most for me.
I mean, Rakitic, in fairness, is an 83.
Yeah,
I agree. In terms of football, FIFA football, how he's an 83 when you've got Iniesta 90, you're saying, Busquets at 86. The influence that he had in that Barca team, you've got to rate them closer.
I agree. Xavi an 87. I don't understand it. So how can you rate Rakitic lower than him? Because you're still rating Xavi based on his career at Barcelona. It's supposed to be year by year how these players are changing. And you got to judge it this year. Xavi has not really given us enough of a playing field this year to tell us that he's any different. So maybe you just kind of keep him at the same. But you can't rank him higher than Rakitic. I just thought, you got to rank him level or just a little bit closer.
But the one that as you're going through, Neymar 88, Xavi 87, Iniesta 90.
Yeah.
Who had more influence on that Barca team out of the three of those players?
Yeah. But Neymar and Suarez as well. Suarez is not much so that I would argue this. It's just 1 point. I think he's got to be in the 90s because when you're in the 90s in FIFA, you're considered to be the best in that position. Suarez, for me, is the best striker. You know what I mean? You've got to think about a striker. He's the best striker in the world for me. So I want to see what happens when they have Zlatan in this, because Zlatan's always in the 90s in this. He's not on this rating yet, but that's what I want to think about. All right, so let's hop across to the other side of El Clasico and see what we think here. So Casillas, on paper here, is not as good a goalkeeper. I mean, is better a goalkeeper than Ter Stegen. I'm getting my words mixed up because I'm so confused. Did anyone see Casillas in the World Cup final? In the World Cup tournament, sorry, he didn't make the final. Nowhere near the final. Did anyone see it? I know people in the comment section, I'll bear with you, Jay, when you look at it, you'll see people think that I just hate Casillas. I have got so much respect for that guy as a goalkeeper. But if you're rating Ter Stegen 82 and you're giving Casillas higher a rating after the World Cup that he just had and the many mistakes that he made for Real Madrid.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to be agreeing for a lot of this.
Yeah, you got to argue with me. You got to tell me that Casillas is the best goalkeeper.
I got to figure out a point to argue here. But
so then we go through the rest of the back line. Carvajal didn't have the best season, so I think he's been dropped. Or I'm not sure if he's accurately. Carvajal's at an 80.
Okay, yeah.
Ramos still at 87. Despite his flaws, I still think he's one of the best centre backs. I don't know. An 87 puts him on par with PK. And I don't think he is.
Yeah.
I think the fact that Ramos is a higher rating than Mascherano is, based on the list as a centre-back, is baffling to me. I think that Ramos is another player who has his errors. At some points in Real Madrid this season, they put him into defensive midfielder because they wanted to play Varane at the back. So they put him at an 87. I don't agree with that. I agree with it if Mascherano is going to be an 88 or an 89, but I don't agree with it if Mascherano's that low.
Marcelo
is that very 82 for attacking?
Yeah, but he's a defender.
I know.
Maybe we can break this down into kind of what the actual points are for the skill sets. But an 82 for Marcelo, I mean, he's not getting into my world 11 as a fullback.
No.
Maybe if I'm playing a 3-5-2 or something as a wing back.
Yeah.
But as a defender.
Pepe 83. I think the only thing that keeps him down is the mental instability rating in there. It's probably helped.
The rage.
Yeah, the rage. Because he's got all the qualities you need for a centre back. Yeah. He's a great defender. And he's fast, he's strong, he anticipates the game well, but it's his head that checks him out.
I mean, for me, yeah. I mean, I can see it in the game.
Yeah.
But how he's still at Real Madrid, I mean, that's a different topic for another day.
But yeah, it's definitely one to discuss. Toni Kroos, good for an 87. I think he, again, the way that you have to go back to Rakitic. He's like, if Toni Kroos an 87, how's Rakitic an 83?
And I mean, are we taking into consideration the seasons that they just had?
Yeah,
so injury, didn't really play a heck of a lot of football.
Yeah.
For Real, I mean, and then we get on to the next one. But I mean, it's how you've got Rakitic 83, Kroos 87, then the next fellow we'll chat about at kind of an 88.
And he played how many games this season?
I probably played more football games than he did.
Exactly, I agree. Modric had and that's what I think they'll not take it. I don't know how they work it out when it comes to injuries because they can't really see how much they're playing. When Modric did play, he was effective, but to keep him at 88, that's considered as one of the best midfielders. That's a very generous rating for him. That's given him the rating based on his season before because he was phenomenal when they made the Champions League final and they won it. But this is one that's interesting. Is Gareth Bale, I think, dropped in his rating a little bit, and he
would have been like 90.
Yeah, I think if you're in the season before when they made in his first season at Real Madrid, I think he was in 89 or 90 when he was in form. And the thing is because the ratings changed as per their form, right? When you've got an updated FIFA, you use your online squads. They update it and they change it. So when Bale's in form, he's 90. Yeah. But when he's out of form this season, he would be down at an 84, an 83. Some of the games I've seen him play, he's been very, very low. Ineffective. James is an 87, another one that when he came back from injury, I think he was great, but he was injured a lot of the season.
Yeah, I can't complain too much. I keep going back to Rakitic.
Let's just put Rakitic up here.
This is the one that
we need answers.
My mind. If FIFA answers.
Yeah, we need answers. He scored the first goal in the Champions League final, so it's just.
Maybe there's another envelope of cash that's being paid.
Yeah, put somewhere else. Unless if he was on the if he was you can say anything. Don't worry, mate. Say whatever you want. And then this is a big one. We deliberately bypassed one person in Barcelona because we wanted to wait until we touched on the one here. Ronaldo 93, Lionel Messi 94. They have separated them finally. Messi is 1 point higher than Ronaldo, which is something he never did in 95. So accurate.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, I've had many a debate, as everyone, no different than anyone else. But my views are tainted, being a Liverpool fan from Ronaldo. But you can put Messi in any team, I think, and he'll bring the best out of the players around him. Ronaldo, do I want him in my real world team over Messi? No. Do I want him in my FIFA team? Yes.
Yes,
I do want power and pace, but if we're talking stats on best player, who should be there? Messi, hands down. Yeah, hands down, 94. I mean, I can't believe that that it's been this close for so long.
Yeah, well, based on last season, Ronaldo's, like, when Messi went through that little dip of form when Real Madrid won the Champions League, I think it was accurate that people were saying that Ronaldo should have been better than him, but I still think they were still, I don't know, you still have to class them both together. I never really thought Ronaldo really outshone Messi to the point that he was better than him, so they rated them. I think they were just trying to play devil's advocate, but like, all right, we'll rate them similar. But now this year, they found their balls. Like, all right, Messi's better than Ronaldo, I'm afraid, this season. So he's a 94, Ronaldo's a 93. I think that's what they've got right out of most of this. And this is interesting for me. So Benzema, 86. Pretty accurate, I think, considering he's a good striker. But Isco now, gone back to Rakitic. Isco's better than Rakitic. 84, but I think Isco on his day is good. But in many big games,
but
he flattered to deceive.
Rakitic has come to the forefront. I mean, what, Champions League final, scores.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Isco... Yeah, that didn't even occur. Oh, jeez.
This one, another one I noticed. Isco's because it's as if they're rating them because they've got more flair, they've got more ability that people in FIFA want to see. But Rakitic does his job very well. Yeah, they're based on how many step overs can this guy do.
Does this kid do?
So Isco again. We don't want to go back to Rakitic too much, but that's another one. This has just been all Rakitic. But Isco, 84. Ahead of Rakitic, I don't agree with that. So I think FIFA have definitely got a lot to answer for, but I think our points definitely are as interesting where they're rating Casillas in comparison to Ter Stegen. But thanks again for joining me, Jay World. We want to know what the commentators think in the section below. What do you think about the FIFA ratings for Barcelona and Real Madrid? Of course, more ratings will emerge closer to that big release date in September, and we're looking forward to that. It's going to be interesting. I want to see the likes of Zlatan, where he compares next to Suarez. Because I tell you, if Zlatan is rated higher than Suarez, I'm never playing FIFA again. No, I'm joking. I'm joking about that. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section below and subscribe to TYT Sports.